We got an unaccompanied minor right here, guys. This is heartbreaking right here.
See the handcuffs? Those criminals are being put with the kids?
Yep.
They're putting the criminals with the kids. Does sacrificing your value system and integrity to feed your family make you a bad person? They're putting blinders on right now to stop us from seeing what's happening. There seemed to be an internal struggle between doing what people perceived as the morally right thing and pursuing their livelihood.
You can't move 500,000 children in 3 years if you're asking a lot of questions.
Maybe it's all just human nature. Maybe the powers that be know that.
That is
Let's go. Stop the car. Stop the car. Where are you going? Very upset.
They're right there. Get down.
We're in the secret facility right now. It's just all about money. There's a car right there. They got ladders. Right now. In front of me are all the migrants. They're headed north. It's not about people. How much money are you making off of this crisis?
$1 billion.
Every single agent knows deep in his heart what's going on is wrong.
I know you're just trying to do your job.
We're taking children, we're then delivering them to people who they don't even know.
Okay. What's happening inside that facility?
You know what's happening here?
They all protect each other. The NGOs. They got some spotlight on us. The federal government. This is dangerous. I don't think we can trust anybody. America, we made it.
Everything on the wall.
Follow the journey of the immigrants.
I can't do this, guys.
The journey of the children.
Oh, this is big time.
We're in a cartel tunnel now, dog.
We're in a cartel tunnel. And the journey into human nature. Some things can't be read in a book or a newspaper. They must instead be lived. There's nobody here to stop this. There's nobody.
Wow. Any thoughts there, James? I have lots of questions.
Go ahead with the questions and then we'll get into it.
Someone said they're making $1 million off of this. What was that all about?
Yeah, that was one of the guys in New York City who was given fake residencies out to illegal immigrants and making money off of it, making $1,100 per individual, and the individuals that he was taking advantage of in the film come forward from Ecuador and tell us he's a fraud. So we caught some people on hidden camera doing some illegal things in this movie, and it actually is shocking. I wouldn't say it's surprising. I think it's shocking.
So how much money is being made on this?
I mean, big money. For example, in Texas, Health and Human Services is a $1 trillion agency. I know you know that, but maybe your audience doesn't know the extent of it. Tara Rodas is a whistleblower at HHS. $1 trillion agency funding all these facilities to house all these children. And the people in the movie tell me, it actually kind of is surprising they say these. Maybe I'm really good at my job. Maybe I got lucky. I don't know. We need the children to keep coming so that we can keep making money. They actually say this. It's like, but don't you have a conscience? Like, don't you worry? It's like, no, we need the people to keep coming across. And we're talking bus companies, Damaris Company, GS4. I never even knew these companies existed. So many companies. One company in California making $100 million transporting all these illegal immigrants. So I wanted to name names. And the guy in New York there, in Astoria, stamping forms. I went undercover as a Ukrainian immigrant, stamping the form, James O'Keefe, here's your free residency, here's your free bracelet.
On the American side or the...
This is in New York City. I went into Roosevelt Hotel, which is in Manhattan, and they gave us a free bracelet, a free plane ticket, this is a joke. This is a national disgrace. And
so wait, let me just pause you. So you pretended to be a Ukrainian immigrant, and you got a free hotel room, and free flights,
like Borat, going in.
Yeah, but Americans couldn't go on vacation this summer because things are too expensive.
That's right. Yeah, yes. The Roosevelt Hotel near Times Square. I went in there. They gave us this bracelet with a number, and in a post 9/11 America, a guy can just walk in there, get a free flight. They even gave us, our facility in New York City, Randall's Island. They even gave us an ID. So it's like, it's one thing to talk about it. It's another thing to see it. So we trace the origin in the film. My vision was to go from origin, that's Irapuato, Mexico. That's where they all come, get on the train, the freight train, all the way to New York City. We cross with them. We go to San Diego into the parking lot.
Wait, when you crossed with them, did you cross as an American?
This was the people I rode the train with, we put cameras on them and they went through the fence.
I know, but how did you cross?
Well, I was detained by the Mexican army, and I put a hidden camera in my watch and recorded all of it. Some of this you got to watch the film.
But did you claim asylum when you came across?
Well, eventually my cover was blown, and I'm from the Estados Unidos, so I was detained by the Mexican authorities, and I could have been killed. And what they crossed in El Paso in New Mexico area, actually through a graded wall, we put audio devices on the fence to listen to the cartel talking to each other. You actually get to hear what they say.
What did they say?
Well, they talked about how they need to make money.
Yeah, of course.
It's all about, see, people think there's this big conspiracy, and there might be, but at the bottom line is that at the end of the day, it's all about money. And we're talking big money, tens of billions. And how are we going to take all that money away from people? In Mexico, they assassinate people if they tried to hold the cartel accountable. I think in this country, they use leverage against people if they try to hold anybody accountable. So it requires extreme courage from a select few. And that's what the film is really about. And when you get to the ending of the film, you better bring your Kleenex because you're going to cry when you do see the men who stand up. Very brave people. And it makes you question the purpose of life and the purpose of materialism. The line that we all have to draw, as Solzhenitsyn said in Gulag Archipelago, where do you draw the line? Do you choose your conscience or do you choose your livelihood? These are very deep questions that I explore.
So this is important, and I hope you get this. Seems as if in the trailer you really pinpoint this, and I want the audience here to email me freedom@charliekirk.com your thoughts and your opinions. Do you think that the majority of Border Patrol agents are good and admirable people when they say, "I'm just doing my job," and they're processing how many hundreds of thousands, James?
Oh, God. I mean, hundreds of thousands.
Hundreds of thousands of girls and young kids into prostitution. Is the Border Patrol blameless? Should we hold them accountable? Should we treat them, nicely? Email me, freedom@charliekirk.com. Are they victims? Are they just bystanders? Or should we hold them higher? James, I'm guessing in the documentary, it seems as if that is a theme that you kind of laced into is, okay, yes, we can blame the cartels, but why are American Border Patrol who swear an oath, why are they getting a free pass?
It's in many ways, it's human nature. Like you said, people are followers. There's one scene in the film that really struck me where there's a Portuguese guy standing, he's got tatted up, dangerous looking guy, and he's standing right in front, about 100 meters in front of a Border Patrol car with two guys sitting in it, and they're just sitting there watching him. And I say, and the guy goes, and he says in Portuguese, I got a translator, he says, "I want to be detained. I want to be caught." You want to be caught. So I bring him over to the Border Patrol car, and the guys are like, yeah, thank you. And they get out and detain him. And I said, but he was standing there like a statue in front of you. Why didn't you detain him? And he goes, yes, thank you for letting us know he was there. They just seemed like, I'm like, why are our tax dollars paying for all? What is going on? And I think these guys, what they tell me is they just need that paycheck. And I think that what we can do is create a movement. I think we're going to create a movement of 50 to 100 Border Patrol agents in lockstep, blowing the whistle. We have a group called Citizen Journalism Foundation, which pays their legal bills, covers their attorney fees. My vision is to get a bunch of these guys to step forward because they can't destroy them all if they step forward.
Yeah, but here, where's Congress? Why is Congress not giving whistleblower protections to all these Border Patrol agents for being...
I'm not going to name names, but so I'm not naming names on the record, but some of these senators and Congress members have told me point blank, face to face, James, there's nothing we can do.
Republicans?
Yes.
Yeah, of course. So you said something somebody said something in the trailer that I think was the most powerful line. You can't get 500,000 kids into the country without help.
Without asking. So Tara Rodas said, she's a HHS whistleblower.
Make sure I say this correctly.
Tara Rodas said in the film, mic drop moment, you can't move 500,000 unaccompanied immigrant children in 3 years if you're asking a lot of questions. Her point was...
That's so good.
And we talk about this in the film. You can't... It's a liability for the Biden administration to even poke around this issue. They're putting unaccompanied children into sponsors' home. What is a sponsor? Unlike the unlike the system we have for children in America. They don't even ask if these people are criminals. No. They don't ask if they're legal. So these kids are being raped. They're being pimped out. And you can't ask questions about it, Charlie, because it slows the process down.
So, but the Border Patrol agents don't ask questions either?
They can't. They're processing people. All they do is process people. Yeah. There's nothing they can do. They can resign.
So basically they are facilitating.
Facilitators.
They're the sex trade.
Yes. Yes.
I think more highly of Border Patrol than that. It's so sad.
Well, maybe you should rethink that after watching this movie.